afternoon, welcome back to the channel. Here we are in the Caravan and we're going to talk about Caravan kitchen. Yes, we're on Costa del driveway, so we're still at home, but we're getting ready for our first trip of the year. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through all the equipment that we've got just to make sure everything's fine and ready for us to go away. Now, when we first started with the Bailey Caravan, which was about 18 months ago, we watched all these people and we listened to lots of salesmen talk to us about everything that you need in a caravan needs to be lightweight and you need to spend an absolute fortune on plastic. How wrong were they? We're 18 months in, the cups are small, the cups are stained, the glasses are scratched, absolutely hopeless. Now if any of you are out there and you're beginners or you've just bought your first caravan, then really do not go and buy all that rubbish. You really don't need to. We can make things nice and easy. If you think of what you have in your own kitchen and the sort of cooking that you do ordinarily day to day when you're doing, you know, dinner for yourselves or whatever, we are bearing in mind that we are a couple in a caravan, so some things that we say would probably not be ideal for a family caravan. And the reason I say that is, one thing that stands out straight away is we have a standard stainless steel pan. Now this comes from a set of 3 and this is the smallest of the 3, I think, but it's got a handle. And because it's got a handle, it means depending on where it is on the cooker, depending on how many burners or the electric hob we're using, the handle sticks out. Obviously you won't want that if you've got children in a caravan. You'd be wanting something like this where the handles are nice and tight, they're not going to get knocked off. But yeah, getting back to it, we basically looked at what we'd got in the kitchen. What do we need for breakfast? We need a frying pan. And that's pretty much it. We don't use the grill on the cooker in the same way as we've never used the grill on the cooker in the house. So it's just a storage compartment, a place to put trays and you know, pizza trays and things like that. So since we've never used it there, we're not going to use it here. We've not bought anything specifically for it. But when it does come to cooking, first of all, Ali doesn't cook, which is why I'm doing the video and not Ali. So if I'm making dinner, we're big meat eaters, so we'd normally have chicken, pork, beef, some lamb, something of that nature, and as a result we need something to cook vegetables in. So we have a standard steamer. Now this steamer isn't something special that we've been out and bought from you know, some posh kitchenware shop. It's off eBay and I think it cost Al about £12. Nothing special, but 18 months down the line it's absolutely perfect. It's still in great condition, and what's great with the things that we've got is they are very, very easy to clean. We're always mindful that any waste that you create whilst you're in the caravan, if you put it down that drain, the chances are it's going to stay in them pipes because they're corrugated pipes. So we don't want to be putting fat or any sort of residue down that sink if we cannot all get away with it. So we've had that in mind when we've been buying things. So we have a standard set of steamer pans and a standard pan, and that basically cooks the vast majority of stuff that we need. If we're going to use something in the oven, we haven't bought any great silicone tray. It's a standard pot tray and it normally sits in the cupboard down at the floor, so it bounces around while we're travelling and it's never got cracked. It's still in great condition. Standard thing you have in your kitchen. As for heating water, we do tend to go off grid more than we do on hookup. So we don't have a plug-in kettle. we've just got a normal whistling kettle, and I think that again came off eBay. None of these things were bought actually in a Caravan accessory shop, other than the very first plates and dishes and things when we first got going. And another thing that's great with these is that because they all fit on the Caravan top nicely, they also all fit on the Cadac top nicely. So whether we're cooking inside or outside, if we were let's looking at doing some sweet corn or something like that to have with salad and cold meat, we could quite easily put them in the base of the steamer, put them on the top and cook them on the Cadac outside, rather than needing to, especially in the summer, put the heat into the Caravan. So that was another reason for choosing what we have. The only thing that's slightly different is the frying pan, and we've opted, again, it's a standard kitchen frying pan. It's got a glass lid, but what we've opted for is one with one of these never stick coatings, not non-stick. This is actually guaranteed never stick, and we have a griddle that's exactly the same. Now I'm going to do another video on that, purely because it fits in with something else that we've had and we don't have anymore. But the good thing with this is, if you're cooking your bacon, sausages, your gammon steaks or anything like that, or steaks, the great advantage with this is when you've got to the point where you're going to need to clean, you can take a paper towel and wipe all the fat out, and then just use hot soapy water to clean off what's left of the residue, which means you're not putting fat down the sink, because like I said, that's the last thing we want to do. So again, standard frying pan, and that came from, if I'm not mistaken, the Range or B&M. It will be one or the other. So we've never bothered. Yes, it's got a glass lid, but it's never been a problem. Knives. Now, it's been said before that we had a good selection of knives. We don't have a good selection of knives. We've just got the same knives we have in the kitchen at home. Okay, this is a cheap set, you know, that's a standard bread knife. I think £20 or something in Sainsbury's. Just one of the cheapy ranges. But we got one where we could see which knife was in where, and that this is made by Tower, but basically will sit in the front of the cupboard, so it's kind of stuck in with the shelf, so it won't fall over and things won't fall out. So you've got a shelf on that side, door on that side, and it just sits there when we're travelling, and we've never had a problem with it. One thing you will need if you like your eggs in the morning is silicone egg rings, and again, a couple of £, B&M, the Range, standard sort of shops, purely because you will never get your outside barbecue, gas barbecue, or your teppanyaki, or even your Caravan 100% level where eggs won't run. These are an absolute godsend, and for the money that they cost, they are well worth it. Cups, standard cups, you know, these were a present off Ali's daughter, Caravan King and Queen. But just standard cups for our coffee. There's something about drinking coffee or tea that it just needs to be in a mug. You just drinking it out of plastic for some reason just isn't right. You've just got to get a mug. When we're on hookup, Ali makes her coffee with the pods. She likes a little pod machine, and to be honest, I do the same when we're on hookup. But otherwise, we'll brew the kettle. I'll probably make a mocha pot, and we just use standard cups to make our drinks. Kitchen utensils, same again, all from B&M, all plastic, and the reason again we've used plastic is just they're light, they're easy to carry, they're dirt cheap to buy. We've never broke any yet. The thing you use for eggs and fish and the like won't scratch the surface of the pan, the non-stick coating, and therefore knack of the guarantee. So that's just what we do as far as utensils. We wouldn't take the risk of wine glasses, so unfortunately the wine glasses are plastic. Ali likes a glass of wine at night, but I just can. Wine glasses are just something that tend to be a bit delicate, don't they? You know, they're so easy to break. I think Ali goes through probably 6 wine glasses a year at home, just breaking them in the sink, putting them in hot water. So we certainly wouldn't bring Glassware in the Caravan for wine glasses. But for I'm one of these people gets up in the morning, I like to have a glass of juice. You know, like the fruit cordial or the likes. I'll keep a plastic container with cordial in the fridge and just top it up, and a standard pint glass, you know. And it sits in the top cupboard, and we jam it in. It's not packed particularly well, it still rattles around, but it's never broken, so I wouldn't be too worried about what you're carrying. You know, yes, you know, there's no plate in the microwave, that's been taken out and tucked under. We use a glass cutting board, and that is the same as the plate for the microwave. When we're traveling, we just stick it under a cushion and it's out of the way, and it just stays where it is. So really this video is more for beginners, just to say, look, you don't have to spend a massive amount of money. Don't make the mistakes we and plenty of others have made in going out and buying things in, you know, the big camping outdoor shops, caravan accessory shops and the like, because you simply do not need to do that. We think now we've got enough experience to know, after what, this time round nearly to coming up towards 2 years, but prior to that probably 10 or 15 years of caravanning, before the times of plastic and the like, when you just took what you'd got in a box and put it in the caravan. So there we are, that's our kitchen. We can quite happily cook either a 3-course meal or a quick snack in this space, and we do. So I hope that's been useful to you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, because that will share it with other new people through the YouTube algorithm. But till next time, you take care, you stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.